Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ego on Break. I'm your host, Dynamite J. Andrews. Got the Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed, sitting over to my left.
Yep.
And we're going to talk wrestling.
I'll be there.
It's a big week of wrestling in Mississippi, as WWE is coming to the Coliseum this weekend, as well as Ric Flair and Mick Foley will be at the Comic-Con. All of that taking place this Saturday and Sunday, I believe, or maybe this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So check your local listings for
I swear
when that's going to happen. But yeah, big weekend of wrestling here in the state, in Mississippi, or at least in our part of the woods, I guess.
Maybe that's why Flair got on the show at last minute.
I'm sure it is. He was already probably, going to be here kind of deal.
I'm going to be there. Let me go get $100 for my combo.
Yeah, so old Madman's going to go up there and get his picture taken with Ric Flair.
No.
With Mick Foley?
I'm getting a picture had made when we both first started into wrestling, and
when we worked the show with Foley, get that picture signed.
You got knocked out by Rodney Mack.
Well, somebody had to. So
I was always wanted that picture signed. I didn't realize I was going to pay through my teeth to get it, but
Well, when you resell it, it'd be worth millions.
I'm not. It's a picture of me and Foley.
Well,
so.
you are semi-famous.
Yeah.
You are the Mississippi Madman, one of the stars of Pro Wrestling Ego's Ego on Break.
Sure.
So yeah, that's got to count for something, right?
Sure.
So we've been seen by dozens and dozens of people. So and for you, dozens of people, thank you for watching.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because if not, we would just be two guys sitting in a car talking to ourselves. So that's what we're doing. And drinking water.
I'm drinking too.
Watching the wrestling.
MLW, some Ring of Honor, and the WWE pay-per-view.
All right, well, let's start with the WWE pay-per-view.
God, I can't tell you all the matches. I ain't gonna
just
down.
Give it a thumbs up or thumb down. Or thumbs in the middle.
For a show that a lot of people thought was going to be crap, I give it a thumbs up.
Oh, thumbs up for the Madman.
It was a half sold out building. That's facts. There's pictures everywhere.
Yeah,
of
who
it.
cares?
But just for a WWE pay-per-view, they usually don't have that problem. But a lot of people said this was going to be one of those cards where nobody's going to care and the matches aren't going to be that good. And actually, the matches were really decent.
Was there anything of significance, like anything that this happened and I didn't expect
to
it
me
to
the
happen?
biggest thing was Joe losing the belt to Ricochet.
Okay.
And he got his first ever title belt from Joe. A lot of people were like, I didn't feel like any titles would change hands here.
Yeah.
And they did, and it was actually a really good match.
Oh, well, very cool. Very cool.
And then,
Congratulations to Ricochet.
I know AJ worked Ricochet last night. I know nothing about the match because I didn't see it.
I don't either.
But
yeah, that's cool. So was there a stinker?
Actually, that I saw, no.
Yeah. Oh. Well, good job, WWE.
And I can't remember anything. Just of general, because nothing else really happened. Like no belts beyond that changed hands.
Right.
I did like the finish of Kofi and Ziggler there in the cage. And Ziggler's climbing under the bottom, and he's going to the floor, and Kofi takes off running and just jumps to the damn ropes and hits the floor over Ziggler. So that was cool. He like belly busted on the floor to get the win.
It was in cage?
Yeah. No blood, but as far as cage match for WWE, it was actually pretty good.
How'd they dive through the rope?
Door was open.
Oh, okay. I got
There's
you.
a door,
Well, you didn't say that, so you were just like, he was trying to call
what
under.
What do you think
like,
he did? He dove through the steel?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they kicked it loose or something.
What cage matches you watch?
Have you not seen them? Their walls fall off of them all the time. I don't know.
No.
So, yeah.
Kofi couldn't make a wall fall. You got to beat Umaga for that.
But yeah, so cool job. Cool job, Kofi, for
taking a belly
buster.
I mean, smoothly, well, he hit the pool. Bloosh.
Yeah. Would you watch, you said you watched MLW. I watched MLW as well.
As far as the show that moves storylines along, I liked it.
That's exactly what it was.
A great show? No, I wouldn't say that.
This was not the show to watch if you want to see like really good wrestling. If you want to go, I wonder what's going to happen next, this helped get you there.
This is definitely
and in reality, you need those type of shows every so often. So I think the coolest thing about that whole thing was we realized Teddy Hart's weak spot is his gut.
Yeah, evidently.
I mean, he can get pile drove through 12 tables off the top of the building and kick out at 2, but if you hit him in the gut, down for the count. So we realized that Alexander Hammerstone drives a pink Lamborghini.
Yeah, nice.
So, I mean, every manly man should. And that you can put 4 people in a Lamborghini as well. So, 2 of them in their underwear. But hey, that's another story. So,
what about Sammy Callahan's grave?
Sammy Callahan's grave was kind of cool. I love how, like, Havoc is just automatically just now part of Selena's crew with, like...
He's
So, it's just...
gotta have something.
Yeah, since you got rid of everybody
They
else.
both have black hair.
So,
there you go.
yeah, so I guess that works, you know.
Well, they gotta have somebody to put with Manser that can do these style matches.
Right. So Manser cut an awesome promo.
Yeah, what was he by like a sewer
Yeah.
gully or something?
It's just like a drainage ditch or something. He's like down by the river drinking and thinking.
This ain't no river you ought to be drinking out of here. You probably don't want the fish out of here. You got about 6 eyes.
Yeah, they don't need the fish. He's like, it's the prettiest river I could find.
No damn river.
So ain't no rivers in Wisconsin, I guess.
Nah.
But that was cool. They teased the match with MJF and Teddy Hart, and then we didn't get that. We got a beat down, and they stole 1/2 of the tag team belts.
Yeah. I love that they were both carrying the belt as they ran out. Well, that must be a heavy belt.
It was cool that Cornette said that Aria Blake had been at finishing school, but she failed twice, and that's the reason she's been gone so long. So, you know, she's dumb. That's pretty much what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
So,
Stu Cornette.
Yeah.
Well, he got tangled up and couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah. So, overall, it's cool. Low-key established the knockout with a elbow that would make
neck.
That would make Dusty Rhodes jealous, I guess, because Dusty never knocked out anybody with his elbow.
Not that I remember. He got blood a couple of times with it.
Yeah, but never put him to sleep.
No.
So I guess Low Keys is just all bone, like no flab, no muscle, no fat, nothing there, just straight
Even though
bone.
he got an elbow pad on.
Yeah, so knocking guys out. Well, if he didn't have the elbow pad, it probably killed him.
Technically, it was a fat white guy.
Named Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
He didn't drink enough. So,
So that was cool. Then since that match was since the Teddy Hart match was kind of not a match, we were fed the match of the standby match, I guess, as Jim Cornette said it. Wrestling always has a standby match just in case somebody gets hurt or whatever. And don't remember anybody in the match, although the match was okay, other than you just go watch it and listen to Cornette. So Cornette tried to make it try to put the guys over, but he really couldn't, and I think at the point he just stopped trying. So
one guy looks like his wrist all the way up to his shoulder. It's not
he's probably $115.
Yeah, they're trying to push him like 2-something.
Yeah, with ankle weights on, you know. So I mean, it was, for what it was a really good match.
Yeah, it was decent.
But
excuse me.
I don't know, it was just hard for him to make it credible.
Yeah.
And I kind of laughed. And then our main event, we saw the debut of the Von Erich boys teaming with Tom Lawler, taking on the Contra unit. And just a wild brawl everywhere. A wild brawl that also included producers, agents, referees, security, everybody else. And while security and referees and agents are getting beat down, the Von Erichs are posing. So that was great. So we love you, but we don't care about them people getting beat up. Oh wait, they're getting beat up. Let's go check on them. Fight. Go back to pose again. Woohoo! Nope, still fighting. Okay, we'll go back again. Like, I think they missed their cue on when they were supposed to pose because they attempted it 8 times.
Oh, I figured it was that or Contra for missed their cue when they should have went their ass to the back.
Could have been that too. So
that poor referee.
Yep.
That's the happiest son of a bitch I ever saw to get put through a table.
And it was the little, like the thin table, like Japanese style tables, and he was so happy.
They literally threw a chair on him to cover his smile.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, I thought it was a cool episode, but it just, I mean, other than, trying to further the storylines, match quality, it just wasn't there.
And now they're building up to King of the Coliseum, right?
Yeah, and it's going to have
Samoan Werewolf versus nasty,
Lawler.
dirty Lawler.
Yeah, filthy.
No,
filthy Tom Lawler.
One of them damn
so I
things.
think that match will be super good as long as they keep a lot of it in the ring. But overall, it was very cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, if you're looking for 5-star matches, that ain't the show to watch.
Right.
Not this week, anyway.
Did you watch anything else?
PCO versus Matt Taven in the Ring of Honor versus New Japan, and they're in Canada. And PCO showed that maybe he's not the most technical wrestler there is, but he's one of the craziest SOBs ever since Mick Foley and Cactus Jack and Terry Funk and all them other guys.
He's a throwback.
He's right up there, man. I'm like, I never thought I'd say that about Pierre Carl Ouellet, but now I will. Oh, that dude is insane.
Well, you know, once you get brought back from the dead, I mean,
evidently,
who knows what'll happen.
He fried all his brain circuitry.
And you said at one point in the match, like,
Taven goes outside, and you know, most people run, hit the ropes, and dive. Well, he takes off running and dives through the empty side, and wham! I'm like, he just jumps up, he's like, where'd he go? He looks around, he sees Taven and hauls ass straight back through the ring and dives again. I'm like, this dude is off his rocker.
All right, well, I guess he got circuited when he took the jumper cable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that works.
So the crowd's chanting, "You're not human." They did a drop toe hold
or
on
smart.
an axe, you know.
Well, I mean, hey, what better way to sever the head than drop the hold on the axe?
They worked because, you know, PCO in real life really only has one good eye.
Right.
And, like, they got good color around the good eye. And they played that off very well.
Well, that's cool.
And he did I'm basically Frankenstein's monster, and he kept fighting back.
Yeah. So overall, go hunt the match, huh?
Yeah, oh no, that match was worth that whole show.
Yeah, cool.
So
I didn't watch a whole bunch. We do have the Battle Zone versus Pro Wrestling Ego event coming up in July down in Collins. This is our long-awaited return to Collins. It's been several years since we've been in Collins, but we look forward to going back there. This time in an upgraded building, as we have the convention center, which does have air conditioning, and that's a big plus when you're talking about summer in Mississippi. So come out to that, check it out. Definitely going to be a huge night. One match that I'm looking forward to is representing Battle Zone is one and only Frankie Thomas, and he takes on Pro Wrestling Ego's very own, the Styles champion, Ray Fury. Really looking forward to that match. I think it's going to be the match that steals the show. I think if there was ever a dream match for interpromotional in Mississippi, that could be it. Especially with, you know, the best of Battle Zone and the best of Ego taken away, if you don't count, you know, the heavyweight champions of each organization. I definitely think that's going to be the match to come see.
I think about that. Me and you basically saw one of Frankie's very first matches.
Absolutely.
And then I refereed Fury's very first tag match.
Yeah.
So we've literally watched these guys from the ground all the way up to where they are now.
Right, and I'm excited to see the match.
Yeah.
So I think inside Ego, you know, I'm sure inside Battle Zone, that's the dream match. So looking forward to that, and it's gonna be a lot of good matches, a lot of interesting matchups of us versus them. So come out, choose your side, support Ego, support Battle Zone, support independent wrestling, and support Mississippi wrestling, because you know
We need all the help we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I've got. I don't have anything else. You see anything else? This may be a short episode.
I didn't watch a whole lot of. Well, I watched the other one, but there was really no match that really just stood out.
Yep. And the other one you're talking about, you found a
it was
like a New
Ring of
Japan
Honor
wrestling training camp type thing.
Yeah, and the reason I don't really know how to really push them because I didn't really take any notes. It was just something I was watching just to watch. But they did there's a New Japan dojo in
Los
New York
Angeles.
or Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the wrong one. But they were using a lot of their
the students,
young boys, and they were even pushing that. These are young boys. They're not names yet, but they will be the names of the future. And these guys were coming out in black tights, just like young boys in Japan. Yeah. They worked very basic moves, and they were even one guy did the Boston Crab, and Colt Cabana goes, that's the main submission they're taught. And they had one of the not the King of Horror, but the other one. I can't think of his damn name right off the bat. Not Vinny Marcia is but the other guy.
TK O'Reilly.
That's it. They had him in the Boston Crab.
Okay.
And Vinny gets in there and he's slapping the hell out of the guy, trying to get him to break the hold. And like he has it at first, he's standing up, and Vinny slaps him again. He slowly sits down. He slaps him again, and he bears all the way back with it. So I was like, wow, that was actually really cool, because he was like just shaking off the slaps and putting his partner in pain. So
that's kind of cool.
I mean, it wasn't a bad show by any means, but as far as like name value being on the show, you were definitely seeing Ring of Honor name value and New Japan,
yeah,
people that
so
will
almost
be
a present versus the future.
Yeah, I mean that's more or less what it was. There was one 6-man match that was I can't remember. Jeff Cobb, and it was 2 of the Japanese guys, man, and I'm so bad with names. I should have wrote this down.
Yeah.
But it was them versus the Villains. And like I told you, when I saw Brody King and Matt and Cobb getting there together, I'm like, this is a singles match they got to do. If they don't, they're crazy.
I mean, I'm really hoping that we see Brody King grow and become like that guy that they can count on. He definitely needs a title that's not a 6-man or a tag team.
And I actually heard him cut a promo, not on this show. It was just something I was watching, and he'd come up online. And I was like, well, I've never heard him cut a promo. And I listened to it, and I was like, wow, he can actually talk. And he's not a bad talker.
Yeah, and a phenomenal worker.
Yeah, and as far as his work goes, the dude does stuff that
nobody else is doing.
You know who he reminds me of? Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, for his size, he does stuff that Mike Awesome did, and nobody else his size ever did it.
Right. I dig it, man. I dig it. So, yeah, guys, go check out Brody King. See if what we're enjoying with Brody is something you may enjoy as well.
Once you look at him, you're kind of like, I don't know. But then you watch his matches, and you're like, it's not what I expected to see.
He's kind of like a Chris Hero.
Yeah.
You know, heroes like that. You know, you're like, and you're like, okay, this guy's got it. You know,
Brody can wrestle without a shirt on and not be disrespectful.
Yeah. So skinny fat. So
that's what I am.
Yeah, me too. So overall, that's been our weekend wrestling. So if you've seen something really good, let us know in the comments what you've seen, and let us know something we should watch.
I got one last question for you. I was just talking to you about something inside before we come out, and I guess it's a little off subject, but I'm gonna still bring it up.
Okay.
I was telling you about somebody having a problem in their match, and let's just say their high point got kind of killed because
what happens when
the other guy's like, I got my stuff already. Oh, that's too bad. I forgot your stuff now.
Yeah.
So do you think there are people that are in wrestling are like, okay, I got my 6 moves and now I got to put him over? Well, let's maybe not make his stuff look as good.
I definitely think there's guys out there that are selfish. There's guys out there who it's all about them, and as long as I look good, I don't care. But I mean, I think that's in every line of work, everything. I mean, you've always got that one guy, you know, pick a pro wrestling, you know, a pro football player.
Yeah.
You know, there's always that one guy that's like, well, I'm with the team, but it's about me, and if they come with me, that's great. So, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, everybody can be dirty, or be lazy, or whatever you want to look at it.
I kind of thought, I was like, well, maybe the guy, because I know this particular person I'm talking about are bad about calling their matches in the back. So they get out there and they forget this whole movie they done scripted out for the audience to see. But my thing is, this is my understanding, their second or third time of wrestling each other, and every time it comes to his point to get his stuff in, that guy's particularly might accidentally forget his stuff.
Yeah, sounds like he is being a
selfish little prick.
Yeah, that could be it. But hey guys, that's it. This has been Ego on Break. So until next episode, watch wrestling.